What excites me most about this opportunity is getting a closer look into the making of a star, how something deeply personal can become as commercial as a Dunkin' Donuts drink, how someone's sound becomes a universe, and how the different parts of a label come together to support and shape that process. In short, I want to see the true Wizard of Oz behind the myth of an overnight success. Having grown up during the rise of social media, I am particularly intrigued by the role of virality in A&R scouting and how that impacts artist development. I'm also quite curious about brand formation. While I know it varies by artist, I want to know how much of an artist's brand and persona is formed prior to being signed versus how much is built and refined in collaboration with the label. With that, naturally I want to know what goes into a successful rebrand, as we've seen with Zara Larsson and Atlantic's Charlie XCX. Like, how much is strategy versus how much comes about organically. Lastly, I'm also incredibly curious about sync licensing and everything that goes into pitching songs for TV shows and movies, considering how much soundtracks have impacted my own music taste. In terms of me, I'm a singer-songwriter who's been performing and writing for as long as I can remember. One of my first memories is of me forcing my family to sing a song I wrote in gibberish as we marched around the living room playing imaginary instruments. From 15 years of choir and musical theater to playing solo at local markets and songwriter roundups, music has always been my constant. Right now, I'm involved in music not only through my daily practice of singing and songwriting, but through consistently booking gigs, including my recent performances with Downtown Berkeley's Sidewalk Sessions, that is dedicated to bringing music to the streets of Berkeley, and also Spin Charm, an emerging music series that highlights Bay Area musicians, as I've technically been based in the Bay for the past 6 years. More recently, I've also taken production classes, and I've audited a music theory class at the San Francisco Conservatory to brush up on everything I learned in my undergrad. And I'm also recording my debut AP, Namesake, with my collaborators and co-producers in the studio. Lastly, and honestly most importantly, I've been working on this application for the past few months now. On and off, of course. In order to give my best shot at acquiring this internship, I've been incessantly researching the departments I'm applying to and the artists I'm writing about for question 6. Obviously, for most of them, I already knew a good deal about their work, but I've been looking into the details of their career trajectories, I rewatched the movies that they've scored, and I've been listening to their entire discographies just so I can go to sleep knowing that I have an accurate idea of who they are, why their music works, and why it makes an impact on me specifically. Even without this application, however, I concede I frequently go down rabbit holes about different music artists and the happenings of the industry, but the ETA program's application has just been a great excuse to do what I already do. I'm just taking more notes.